Good morning from the offices of Tuta Speaks and Ink the Dragon. Good morning. I don't know how long he's going to hang out here with me. He's a little cold, so he might hang out a little. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys could just let me know how everybody's doing. I really wanted to come live before because I needed your help. They were showing me they've showed me this before, like how sometimes energy and frequency can be like like harp chords or like really like intricate chords of electricity. Kind of reminds me of something you would see in the movie like Matrix or something. So I was doing Reiki for all of us, and I saw all of these chords, like these musical chords, sound, frequency, resonance, I don't know. And but I couldn't move because they were all around me. And then I saw one being like played, and it was like my energy almost glitches, but in a way where it glitches and I would go somewhere, I would move over to the left or to the right. And they were kind of showing me how frequency or whatever it is, this maybe it's not my vocabulary, how this is around us. And I don't quite have a grasp on it. Yeah. So that's what's going on with me. Leah says sound is the new healing. Hi, Wayne. Oh, he's warming up. You're going to jump off me? Okay. So I think what we might do is explore this because it is. And so here was the other thing. Okay. So sometimes when things are like kind of out of whack or doesn't feel right here in my life, I will be like, oh, maybe there's some people that, might need some help crossing over, right? And so I haven't done that in a really long time, but I'll be like, okay, who needs any assistance, And so I'll open it up, and before they go through, or over into, I don't know. I always ask, this would be a good time if you would like to, drop any of the burdens during this lifetime that you would like to drop. And so that's was something that I would do, like leave it here. And just drop it like, you're dropping off your old suitcases or, dropping something off to a thrift store or something. Like you don't have to take that with you if you don't want to. It's just a question. And so it's just something that I say, whether it's a thing or not a thing, but it's the same thing with this musical chord situation or whatever these things are. I don't have the word for them. Maybe the tuta will tell me, but it's the same thing. Well, it's like when I go like this and my energy glitches and I move over here, then what is disease? And if I were to like play the chord and glitch out a little bit and go over here, does the disease is the disease part of my harmony, part of my music, or is a disease kind of like a parasite? And maybe if we played the right chords, could there be healing in that? Could we drop that like a parasite, like a barnacle, or so it's just something curious that I really wanted to come on here and ask you guys too, because it feels like a whole big conversation. So, yeah, I'm gonna go through and say good morning. My throat is tightening up a little bit, so I'm wondering if there's anybody out there who has it's not necessarily speaking your truth, tension. It's more of like tension. It's not the spoken word. It's just something in the maybe playing the chords for the throat opening, possibly. Good morning, Richie. And Annie Bear, you're in a mood today? Hey, Annie Bear, look what's behind me. Annie Bear gifted me that the art back there, and it played a really big role in the healing ceremony. So yeah, thank you for that, Annie. Good morning, Hypnicity. Hard to believe. It's my last day of 63. Seems like this year flew by. Oh my gosh, we have a birthday. Happy birthday, Hypnicity. Annie Bear says, weeping, frustrated, just want to be alone kind of energy today. Won't be alone though. Best foot forward kind of choice. Oh, you walked 2.5 miles. Good. Oh, hi, Brenda. Good morning. And Leah. They're saying good morning to you, Mr. Inky Pie. Thank you, Leah. I feel extra cute. Good morning, Paisley and Sharon. And some digestion. That could be for me. We're going to be working on digestion, I think. Hypnicity's feeling a little off center. That kind of reminds me of what I was feeling, like with a chord playing, staticky, and then boop, moving over there. Good morning, Patty and Ellen. Hi. And Mr. Wayne Rich is here. Hello. You know, Millie, I missed you too. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Well, hello, Mr. Floyd. He says, maybe it was good morning. Good morning, beautiful souls of light and love. Oh, I need somebody to say that to me every morning. Annie Bear's using the tuning forks, the 432 tuning fork inside and in nature. Yeah. Vacation. Yay. But it sucks because my good knee just became my bad knee. Oh, tell ya, getting old is so fun. Pieces and parts, breaking down. Hi, Teresa Ford. Leah says we still have to cross the bridge. We must carry less weight. Annie says built a fire yesterday. It really helped to clear the energy. Okay. Yeah, hypnicity, dis-ease comes from lack of harmony. I'm really curious what they're going to do today. So hypnicity says my voice feels like it's stuck in my chest. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good morning, Lori. Yeah, okay. Oh, Leah, I know, I got goosebumps. Ask Tita about the white buffalo born June 4th, and I got goosebumps everywhere. Yee! So this is interesting what Lori says. Good morning, standing in light with Annie Bear. Now I know why I felt you were standing a bit outside the I don't know how to pronounce that word, bubble, when I thought of you early this morning. Okay then. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start. I am going to. Lori was talking about the Schumann resonance yesterday, the jump. Pam, your friend Pam, asking for extra special healing energy for my friend Pam. She's listening. Okay, Brenda. Okie dokie dokie. Let me see. Just going through here. That's interesting, Teresa. Hi, Rose Blue. Okay. Richie says, is disease a lack of flow? We are all energy, and energy is always in motion. So maybe disease is energy not being allowed to be in motion. Is disease a lack of flow? They're showing me, Richie, like the how the ocean moves, and how what you're talking about is like, let's say, like this part of the ocean doesn't move, just part of it, while everything else around it is moving. We are all energy, and energy is always in motion. So maybe disease is energy not being allowed to be in motion. I have like a million questions I'm asking in the background, like, okay, well, what can we do? And why is that? Okay, Hypnicity says my stepson's family is going through divorce. Please send comfort to the kids. Yeah, everyone involved, Hypnicity, everyone. It's so not easy, and it's not even in that little family. It's like it kind of ripples out, doesn't it? Into the other parts of the family. And Millie says, I like that, Richie, like stagnation. Yeah. Yep. And Annie says, energy is neutral. Teresa says, in motion, emotion related. Oh, you got the yes, I. Annie Bear says, is it how we hold it? Holding on to density, Sharon says, can't allow flow. Sharon says it would fall to the bottom. If part of the ocean wasn't moving, would it fall to the bottom? Interesting. Send healing energy to Hypnicity's stepson's family. Yep. Mm-hmm. Paisley says energy in motion is frequency, and our energy vibrating at that frequency is harmony. Energy in motion is frequency, which is interesting. Like, can energy not be in motion? No. And our energy vibrating at that frequency is harmony. Okay. Teresa says stuck emotions are disease. Emotions that are looping, Teresa. Because that wouldn't really be moving forward or backwards or, it's moving, looping. Interesting. Okay. Annie's throwing you kisses. Oh, are you looking? Are you looking at the screen? I was thinking along those lines yesterday. The answer came to be, for myself, that it has been energies trapped due to complex trauma responses. Oh, okay, something to that, yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Are you gonna go hang out on my desk? Where are you going, buddy? Yeah. Good morning. It was too hot in here yesterday, wasn't it? Good morning. Do you have any wise things to say, Mr. Dragon? I'm getting stuck in my... Yeah. Do our chakras loop? Interesting. Oh, I love this. It says, oh, where'd it go? On my praying walks. I love that. I ask divine light to work as a healing salve and slide into the deep spots in life, the stagnant energy, and float it back to divine light to become flowing again. Cool. Millie says, I think disease is also when we fail to listen, to follow our intuition. That makes sense, like disharmony and disease, like, yeah, that makes sense to me, Millie. Teresa says, when I said life, I meant lift. Interesting. Okay, cool. Do you want to go run around? Yeah? Or you want to hang out? You choose. You can do whatever you want. You're a dragon. Okay. Rossi says, I feel very distracted and can't really focus. Okay, well, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's see what happens here. Okay, I'm going to put you down. You can go run, okay? Yeah, you can go run. Are you warmed up enough? Okay. Come here, buddy. Don't get stuck. Here we go. Here you go, buddy. Go have fun. Okay. All right, Tuta. This might be a really deep question for the healing and the disease and the disharmony. So the question is, can you help us? Begin to understand what you're saying today? Is disease, disharmony, in a way like parasitic. Ma'ututu ntakoka. Amaututi. It's really interesting. So they opened up like this hallway or this opening in front. And what I saw was just very quickly was there was a cross, and then there was the a seeing eye, but the seeing eye wasn't like how you would see the eye this way. It was vertical. It was flipped around. And then I saw myself, you know, standing in the middle of this opening of the cross, the seeing eye that's vertical. And then behind me is like a hand that comes through. Atutanamako anitia through us. Yetyamako matia wa kumako shematia wa. Anatiano kumoshti tania mawa shewanui pako ama yewa. Yano tama patia kushewa. So, thinking about our solid bodies, our solid physical bodies, you're welcome to think of this however it comes to you. There's always freedom here. So if you think of it as flowing water, whatever it is, try to like see your physical solid self, and make it in a way where Matu tiamo paku pakoshtita, an opening. Kutiama koshtita. Patu tama pakona. If it is, always ask if it's in my best and highest good. Patuti, patuti, patuti. And we'll call in Tito Mama Kushtiwa. Let's call in the 4 pillars of Tutinama Pakushewanu. Like in your room or wherever you are, call in some, I call in like the 4 pillars of light. To just, it's kind of like a bug zapper. It's kind of just like, this is a sacred space. And I want to be able to focus on what's going on, instead of also having to think about any little bugs coming in, this is sacred. So to do that, you just, I like the number 4 in this case, just bring in like 4 things, 4 animals, 4 whatever. Just ask them for your help to be a witness and to like have the sight like around you, so you can just do what you need to do for protection, or just to have somebody looking out for you, something. Kotianako atutomama kushimantiobao. So if we think of the solid physical body, just focus on that, and or unfocus on that, and just see if it can open, not so solid. Maybe seeing us the way that that we are. Maybe we were programmed to see that we were solid things. Yeah. Okay. Kuka nata. Kuka nata. Oko ntia makupa titanu tia matiawa. Aye nanaka. Aye nanaka. Tia mapo tani yapaku. Yapaku. Anupaka. Tia makotiawa. Mamuyamakoti kandu shimatiwa. And it's almost as if there's like this pakuna tuitiawa. I would call it like a storm, like an electrical storm. I see like Banu Diawa lightning kutiti jakan ukiawa crackling pia amaka ma pa sheba pa ma pa yewa. Anu tia mama ku pia shemao kapayewa. So slowing the storm down so it's not so fast. So we can really see what it's showing us, like the lightning, the lights. And being able to really see the storm, like turning it around, slowing it down. What is it that this electrical storm wants to tell us? Or maybe just looking at it is okay. And can we peel it apart, like if it was cotton candy, and just kind of see, like, is there anything, if we loosen this storm up? It's like when we pull it apart, like the cotton candy, slow it down and move it around. If it's something that's not so compact, if we give it some space, patota, is it as strong of a storm? Tuta otiti makoka ntia makopakopa. Ayana tiano kuyawa, yewa, pako yewa, or maybe taking out some of the pieces that aren't as strong as the storm, the lightning, say, the rumbling. What does it tell us? It's like pain in the body. Like Wayne's knee. He has his good knee is his bad knee. So his knee is talking like a storm. Ano tiawa makuyewa. Ano tianitinina ko tiawa ko eshewa. And how interesting to hold that part of the storm. In its slowed down form. Atuti pako tiawa. Atuti tako tetana titi tako anu. Ako a pako ema ishimati wama ko ewa. And they say when papako ewa, like when the body talks, like for instance, when there's the storm, there's certain factors that contribute to the storm. Just like in the body, certain things. Like when I will hurt my toe or break a toe, then my back goes out. It's like it's multifaceted. And there's things we do for ourselves. But this is another way of thinking about because we do the heat, we do the ice, we do the Epsom salt baths, we do the nutrition, we do the medicine from the doctors or the naturopath or the um, thinking about it as frequency. Not just frequency. If we could call in, if it's appropriate, from the ancient ones, Jutopako, the one with the information, can you enlighten us on Atutano, the thing we do not know? Kotita tutotopako tititi tama pa kunatia kaka kiawama ka ashwa. Antia pa tinamaku shetianaku. They're talking about us being like these, like a grocery bag, like a paper bag full of emotion. Which is so wonderful that we get that here in the here. Where we are. But what if there was no paper bag? And the emotions are like storms. It's almost as if we pakona utita anutito removing the paper bag, otatano kupashewa, those boundaries of the solid physical self. What would that feel like with the emotions that we're aware of or unaware of? All kutita, all of it. Makitiwa. What if we took those physical, like, things we think contain us, like the paper bag at the grocery store, if that was to just dissolve, how does that make you feel? For me, it feels as if it's not just um, my stuff anymore. It feels as if it goes out and it intermingles with everything. Kind of like if I had an emotional storm, um, feeling something very deeply, whether um, it was frustration, grief. Maybe I stubbed my toe or something and it hurt. Like shutting our finger in the door. I can still see and feel it when I'm looking, but it goes out, out, out. in a way, it's like your stuff is our stuff, which doesn't make it feel so lonely. It's almost like we think of ourselves in these bodies, these paper bags from the grocery store. And it's like we worry. It's like, is the bottom of the bag getting, was there a leak? Was there this? Was there a rip? Is it going to hold together? Is it going to hold together? And they're like, it's so interesting, the holding together, because you're just holding it yourself. So a little exercise they're talking about is, let's say if Richie had a soul song, which Terry, I think, was talking about. If his soul song and Annie's soul song, if we all of us, whether we're aware or unaware of what our soul song is, if we tapped into our soul song together here, with all of our different sounds, frequencies, lights, like opening this up for like a group togetherness. And removing the paper bag. Let's try that. Unkoti. Just relax your body as much as you can. I know I have tension in my back and my shoulders and anticipation in my belly for this, so I'm just going to relax. Everybody just melt your muscles as best as you can. Relax, relax. Everything inside your belly, everything in your pelvic floor, everything in your brain. Relaxing our paper bags. Atu, calling in our soul songs. Yeti. Aku, our stars, our star frequency. Ati, Ao, Iti, Anku, Mati. Remember, A o Anui, Ia, Ntu, Aka, Yema, Oshe, Nti, Anuti, A, calling out the star frequency. Otia, star, Anotie, Aotia, Makutia, Omaka, you, Aanu, Ako, Patutima Papaku Nati Wawa, Ushewa, asking the Paui Tanaka, Papa Yiwa, when the paper bags are down, Otititititi are open, Tuta a Tia Uka Ishiwa, Ntaka Aiwa. Yanui Mapatita Mako, we are this ocean. Tiago, the motion. Tutita, Makoi Maushe Wawa Koiwa Makoka. Yanui Tama Pau Piau Ka Yena Tiaui. Nama wawa kiawi nama kamawai. Matu kamashi. Paoi nama ukati. Tanama ukayama ukai. Mau. Tia mama wawaye. Anu aku kakaye paui tamaku. Tiana o ki au ai e ua e wau i ai au ana e wawawa. Yanu i ka mashe ua e na maui. Tatu tita e. And looking where the feet are, Kopatia Mama Yewa, seeing this beautiful flow. Onuti Tamawa, where the floor used to be. Aye Natu Baye, dipping our feet in. Tuti Tanaka Yewa. And this beautiful collective flow. Uti tama papa koye wa ma ushe uka ia ma ua ia ua kaye wa. Practice and play, dipping your toe into it. Patutita, patutita, panakupa ishe tia uai. Nanako yamatiawa. And you can even call that current up and over and through. Kuye, 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 kua wa wa ye na wa shiwa wi. Na ui tai, tau kana iwa mai. Namaui tauai kiama papa iwa tiama wa shiwa. Uka yena wa shimatia wa ye. Tamawi, tamawi. Utia mai tanakuya wa shimaye wa wai. And thinking about where you hold stress, where you hold Papa Nutiawa. Do you have some things like in a paper bag, like the knee, the pain, emotions around the heart, maybe kotita, maybe we feel like we're not enough. What if we emptied our grocery bags in this flow? Atu tita kana tiama ui ta shema kuiwa. Releasing it into this beautiful river. Kuyano ti Panaui. Oh, kamau. Kutia nui. Makoye matie ua shemai. Uai, kamaui. Tianoi tamau kawai. And what if we opened ourselves up? Pa tita anto kapa. Pa pa. Otiama, asking for the like the heavy metals to release. Ititama pakoi. Maybe the things we've picked up along the way. Antu yamau kapai 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 kapai. Tianui tama, the things we detox for. Mau sheu isheu isheu. Anuti anu kashima yiwai. Tao kai tamai. Taui tamashiwi. Aui tiao mushiwai. Matui na kuiwa. And just as an investigation, when, say, the heavy metals or the buildup of this or the buildup of that inside of us, when we see that hit the current, the frequency, the wave, however it is you see it, just watching that and observing what happens. O tata no kopia o katinama pakoiwa. Akushima, akushima, akushima. It's like picking apples from a tree, releasing those things. Buildup of this, the buildup of that, the buildup of plaque. Tiana kopa mobo poshewa mako iwanu. Yanu tiama wawa yewa tiawa. The barnacles. Titana kiawa. The bone spurs. Yatuna kia kianu. The calcification. Hano tago yewa uayewa. The parasites. Amao kai. Oh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Ayamawa, Oyewa, Ye, Bama, Papa, Ye, Papa, Ye, Papa, Wakumashiwa. And as we're doing this beautiful exercise of picking the fruit of these things. Ya tuti tamapa wa shiwa yewa nui titanamakui. Like seeds, some of these things will grow and be passed on. So all of the ancestral healing, atutanoka wa shiwa, maybe the things we don't understand or unaware of about depression, and anxiety and autism and Parkinson's disease and MS and osteoarthritis, makukianuka. Let's put those before they seed. Go to seed. Alutia, like picking the apples from the tree before they fall. Mako yepa oshe ushamai, put them in the river. Kopatiawa. Mako yenatu, send it away from your family. Send it away from your ancestral. Kutia, 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 kutia. Does this mean the ancestral trauma didn't happen? Mako yiwa. Mako yiwa. Of course. I'm like, of course, or of course not. Mako yematui. Ankushima tiawa. It's like, look at your ancestral kotama koyewa as if it is a dam that goes right across the river. O ti 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 tan 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 kuka I anu ushima wa wa. and releasing the dam if it is for your best and highest good, so it can flow. No more damming up. Uti tuta papa kushe nunino kupa ushewa. See little breaks of it where the water is coming through. Utiama ukamatia wa wa shewa. That's how it works. It's not as if it didn't happen. It happened. Anatu papa mokutiama koshewa. But washing it down the river, letting it flow. Akutina ushama, 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 the loop, the things we're stuck in. Iama ushama, ushama, ushama. Slowing that loop down like we slowed the storm, pulling it apart like it's the dam, or pulling it apart like cotton candy, or ripping the grocery bag. Utyap, papa, releasing the loops. Utitama, if it is in our best and highest good. Kota, 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 kota. And they're reminding us when we work on our stuff, it's really a beautiful thing, because when we pay attention to our stuff, it's as if it affects the things around us. As if the ancestors weep into the river for sweet release for this. And then looking into this flow, whatever it is that you see this as, we've done some of our stuff. Let's look at that. And it's almost as if putting our energy into that to help. Matupa, using words like transmute, they're saying like deliver unto, the things that were just put in here, transmuting them together with love, with light, even with shadow. And they're reminding how things do change, like there'll be water and then it'll evaporate, and then so on and so forth. It's not the same loop atutako as it was before. Onkotiama bauko a titako mako ishematiawa. And they're showing that like a raindrop in like the Sahara Desert picks up or reflects something different, a frequency of some sort that's different than if it was in Germany or another place. And even though the same process of like evaporation happens, it's like they're telling us we are these individuals, even though we've ripped our grocery bags. We still have our own song note. And then when there's that idea of karma and the thought of, well, do we come here to play out the opposite of what we were, or do we pick up these things like their aprons, different aprons of like, I'm going to go into this life. I want to learn what it's like to be paralyzed. What's that like? Um, and the question is, how deeply felt does that need to be? There's no answer to this. It's just a question. Like the life that we're living right now, um, can some of the sharp edges maybe be polished a little? Is it possible? It's just a thought. And like, I won't be able, they're like, it's not appropriate for me to go over with my sandpaper to like Lori, or Lori to come over the sandpaper for me to smooth out the edges. But they are saying if Lori was to soften some edges, or do the things we were just talking about, I will see that, and that changes a frequency in me, um, which is like this beautiful, um, witnessing somebody doing that opens it up in us, which is like how a song can open emotions in us, and how like nature can open that in us as well. And then just feeling and asking, is there is there anything you want to ask right now to your soul song, your higher self, your inner teacher, whatever it is, the collective, just any questions that pop up in your head, just let them out. Or if you're tired, put your head down. It's as if they're saying that we are the external, we are we're like all of it, and individuals. We are the inside, we are the outside of us. And they're just reminding us to expand that view a little bit more of shredding our grocery bags. Feel free to go ahead and step out of this if you want to just hang out with that feeling. If you'd like to stay, you're more than welcome to stay. Our own octave. It's the term they use in alchemy. Thank you, warrior girl. Lori says our ancestors are helping us all bring in a gentleness together of who we are becoming. I love that. We are the equal sign in the middle of a very complicated algebraic equation, Teresa. Oh my gosh, Hypnicity, there are 8 notes in an octave. I love the infinity sign. Yay! And this is isn't this an 8? Yeah, 2024. Oh, thank you, Leah. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hmm. Hypnicity says if you hang on to anything, let it be joy and wonder. That's a good thing to hold on to. And it's so funny, Hypnicity, when I'm like, yeah, let's hold on to that. But it's like helium balloons and like bubbles that we're blowing. And it's like silly. It's like light and fun. And it's like holding on to those things would be tough, but it makes me giggle trying to figure out how to do that. Leah says, why do humans claim ownership over beliefs? Right? Thinking about it now after that, it's just like, duh. And Teresa says, seems like we try to hold on to strong emotions instead of allowing the energy to flow back into the all, into the all. And that strain of holding becomes disease. Rip open your grocery bag. Yep. Leah says the question is, what does it represent? Paisley says, my paper bag being gone felt like, okay, I'm still holding the paper bag shape of my energy and it's not falling apart. Like when we go to the beach and we make the sand mold and we take the mold off, it's like we're still holding the form. Yeah. Millie says, let's let it go so we can lighten the load and bring on the higher energy. Lori says that is the exact thought I was just having, Teresa Ford. Release has been a running message for months recently. And referring to Teresa saying maybe it's holding on to them. That's the problem. Eddie Bear says, I've called myself a bug zapper. Transmute, return to source. Any energy's not in my highest good. Lori says, Rossi, there are so many push and pull energies at play right now. We will need to only move slowly for the next month or so. Much of it is adjusting to all of the new source of love entering now. Ethnicity says, maybe spending time in healing now is necessary for what is to come. Everything, even illness, happens for a reason. Rest up so that you can shine your light. These are all like the best like sayings and like, you know how there's like someone's job is to come up with these things like for cards and inspirational posters and whatnot. You guys are good. Teresa's like energy clots disease, maybe? Interesting. Interesting. Wow, guys, that was pretty cool. Interesting. Well, I've got time to think about all that. How about you guys? You guys go ahead and have the best week. And yeah, pleasure being here with you guys and having all of these interesting thoughts and interesting ideas. And thank you for being here and playing and investigating with me. All right, everybody, you guys take care.